So let's chat about libido. Libido is a very big topic. That is the only reason, really, that's Health Canada approved for women to be using testosterone. In my practice, I never prescribed testosterone on its own for libido. Actually, the first person that I got in my wellness clinic was a marriage counselor. Because women would come to me for testosterone for libido, but as I was talking to them, I realized that there's something lacking in their relationship. And if you don't have a healthy, positive, safe relationship with your partner, then it doesn't make sense to medicate you, right? And then also another very big thing that breaks libido down would be, or inhibits libido, would be stress, unfortunately. So I ask most patients, if you go away with your husband to Bora Bora for a week and you're in a beautiful white fancy bed, do you feel like being intimate? And most people would say yes. And if that is the answer, what you need is to manage your stress and to go on a holiday. Then giving your hormones is also not really the answer. People who testosterone makes a big difference for would be people who do have a loving relationship with their partner. They do go to Bora Bora, they are relaxed, and then while they're there and they love their partner, they just feel, blah. And then when they do have intercourse, they would say, but they're not getting an orgasm, or they don't get stimulated.
And have you heard people say, I love the word, the intensity is just not there. It's like a half pop. What is that exactly? So if you guys are listening, it's like you'd rather read a book or just make dinner. Really not interested. So now you've got all of the things in place, but it's just not happening. It's blah. So
Yes,
now,
and
is this when we do testosterone?
yes, for
Okay.
those people, testosterone is very helpful. We
Okay.
always first have to do that physical examination, make sure that there's nothing wrong in the vagina. That is quite important, because what often happen is if you've been low on estrogen, the skin can get very thin. It can get very painful. So we must first treat with estrogen, make sure that the skin is not too thin and it's not painful, all right? And then your body won't secrete as much lubrication, so you will need an extra lubricant. But then when you've addressed these things, you've also addressed what you want. There's quite a lot that people learn about their bodies, but the importance for a woman to get an orgasm before a man gets an orgasm. For most women will take maybe 15 to 20 minutes before you have orgasm. There's a lot of education we can provide. They call it not just foreplay, but outer play to do other things to stimulate your body and to stimulate your whole body.
Mm-hmm.
And only then, after a woman has had an orgasm or multiple orgasm, then it's the guy's turn to get an orgasm, because for them it's typically a much
Yeah.
faster experience.
Yeah.
So once you understand all those things, then testosterone is very helpful to just be the way you were 5 years before menopause, to have a more libido, more interest into sex. If with testosterone it's still not good enough, there is something else we offer. We call it Scream Cream. It is similar to Viagra in men, where it's also compounded, a cream that you can, just prior to sexual intercourse, apply to the clitoris, that improve blood flow to the clitoris and to the vagina, and increases sensitivity and sensation in the genital area.